Have you ever found yourself thinking so much that you couldn't move anymore? You questioned every choice. You doubted everything. What should have been easy became hard. What should have helped you began to hold you back. Your mind, meant to protect you, became the reason you stopped moving forward. This is the quiet danger of overthinking. And this ancient Zen story reveals it perfectly. Welcome to Morals in Tales. This is the story of the centipede's question. In a forest, there lived a centipede who moved through the world with perfect grace. She walked effortlessly across leaves and branches, coordinating 100 legs in flawless harmony. She never stumbled, never faltered, never thought about how she did it. She simply moved.
One day, a clever toad sat watching her pass by. He was fascinated by her movement. How did she coordinate all those legs? Which one moved first? How did she know which leg to use when? So he called out to her, "Centipede, I've been watching you walk and I'm amazed. Tell me, when you move, which leg do you move first? The front left? The third on the right? And how do you keep track of all of them?" The centipede stopped. No one had ever asked her this before. She thought about it. Which leg did she move first? She looked down at her 100 legs. Which one began the sequence? Did the front left move first? Or was it the second leg? Or maybe the motion started in the middle. She tried to move, but now she was thinking about it. Which leg should move first? She attempted a step, then stopped. Was that the right leg? Should it have been a different one? The more she thought, the more confused she became. Her legs, which had always moved in perfect unconscious harmony, were now tangled in her awareness.
For the first time in her life, the centipede couldn't walk. She stood frozen, paralyzed by thinking about something she had always done without thinking. The toad hopped away, satisfied with his clever question, and the centipede remained motionless, trapped in her own mind. This is the danger of overthinking. There are things in life that work best when you don't think about them. Walking, breathing, creating, loving, speaking, being yourself. These things flow naturally when you get out of your own way. But the moment you turn your analytical mind on them, the moment you start asking, "Am I doing this right? What if I'm making a mistake? What will people think?" you freeze. You become like the centipede, tangled in thought, unable to move. Zen Buddhism calls this the monkey mind, the restless, overthinking part of you that questions everything, analyzes everything, and in doing so, destroys the natural flow of life. The monkey mind asks, "Am I saying the right thing in this conversation?" And suddenly, you can't speak naturally. "Am I good enough for this person?" And suddenly, you can't be yourself. "What if this doesn't work out?" And suddenly, you can't try.
The monkey mind doesn't solve problems, it creates them. Because here's what overthinking does. It takes you out of the present moment and into an imaginary future of what-ifs. It replaces intuition with analysis, and some things cannot be analyzed. It turns simple actions into complex problems. It mistakes thinking for doing. And worst of all, it convinces you that more thinking equals more clarity, when often the opposite is true. The Zen masters teach, when walking, just walk. When sitting, just sit. Above all, don't wobble. Don't wobble means don't split yourself between thinking and doing. Don't walk while questioning your walking. Don't live while overthinking your life. Just do the thing. The centipede knew how to walk until she started thinking about it. You know how to be yourself until you start overthinking it. You know what decision feels right until you analyze it to death. You know what to create until you question whether it's good enough. Overthinking doesn't make you wiser, it makes you stuck. So ask yourself, what have you been overthinking that's keeping you frozen? What decision are you analyzing instead of making? What action are you questioning instead of taking? What if the answer isn't more thought, but less? What if you already know what to do, and you just need to stop asking your 100 legs which one moves first? Because here's the truth. Some things you understand by thinking, some things you understand by doing, and some things you destroy by thinking too much. The centipede walked perfectly when she didn't think about it. You'll live more fully when you do the same. The moral of this tale? Overthinking paralyzes what should flow naturally. Sometimes you just need to move. If this story reminded you to get out of your own head, it's worth sharing. Subscribe to Morals and Tales for more wisdom stories every Monday and Thursday. What have you been overthinking? What would happen if you just moved? Share in the comments. Sometimes the first step is admitting you're stuck. Until the next tale.